gentlemen, let's introduce you to these two fighters. This one, we fight 3-minute rounds. We do it in the lightweight division. This one brought to you with thanks to CTBS. We start, first of all, introducing you to the fighter standing across in the blue corner. Weighed in officially 70.30 kilos. From Perth, trained out of the Luistro Combat Academy. His record, 4 fights, 3 wins, just the 1 loss. This is Ashley Rodger. And his opponent standing across in the red corner. Weighed in officially 70.10 kilos. From Brisbane right here, the Olympic City, trained out of the Gamebred Fight Academy. His record to date, 5 fights, 2 wins and the 3 losses. Make some noise, this is Andrew Patara. Referee, third man. In the middle, Mr. Peter Hickmott.
This fight brought to you by Confidential Tax and Business Services. See the team at CTBS for all tax, finance and business accounting and advice. Head to ctbs.net.au for more information on how CTBS can help your business. Rodger in the blue corner, Patara in the red. And immediately we see Rodger in the southpaw stance. Oh, and the kick game immediately from Patara. Keeping him on the outside, difficult to get in when you've got those sorts of kicks flying at you.
Yeah, that open stance can make a heavy puncher super exciting.
And right as you say that, the boys are already into the grappling exchanges. Patara almost had a hand under the chin for a guillotine, moves into an underhook, but Rodger's just all over it. Patara scooting his way towards the cage, looking at the wall walk.
Looks like Rodger's trapped Patara's bottom arm against the fence, which is not where you want to be against a sophisticated grappler. It's just so hard to get out when that bottom arm gets trapped.
Absolutely. It's become all the way on the other side of his body, almost like a hammerlock, and he's fighting to get it back again. But even when he gets it back, he can't post on it. We can see his left arm there, but not the right, because Rodger's all over it. You can see a 50-50 battle there. Patara just trying to hold on to the near hand so that Rodger can't strike with it.
Yeah, that's the problem, is Rodger has that free left hand. That's the problem with this position. They just have a free hand that they can clobber your face with or look to pass your guard, so you're just stuck picking your poison on the bottom.
Yeah, absolutely. To get up from here, you've got to explode for 1, expend some of that gas tank, and for 2, you're going to eat some shots while you do it.
Absolutely.
He does manage to get to his almost 3 points. Yep, he's got the elbow up. Let's see if he can build from here. You can see how much attention actually Rodger is just giving that arm.
Yeah, absolutely. Using his left hand to just try and pass it back to his right. You can see he's got his right hand on the forearm, and he's just going to look to keep feeding that for sure. It's such a strong position once he establishes it.
And what is not pictured is the toll that it's taking on Patara for him to be able to build up and constantly fight off the technical advances in the grappling of Rodger in this position. Manages to get up, and Rodger just all over him yet again. Patara having a little look around, has a little smile. Par for the course. Sometimes when you fight a grappler, they grapple you.
Such clean grappling by Rodger. He's squared him up against the fence.
It's a good word for it, clean. None of it seemed forced so far. If anything, he's making Patara force a lot of these escapes.
Yeah, and just back to the same technique. He's trapped the arm again. Same thing now. He has a free right arm to just start raining down punches.
And he does exactly that. Oh, big shot.
Very good. Stop. There's your round.
A very, very strong round for Ashley Rodger as he has his way with Patara immediately. Patara getting corner advice. Obviously frustrated. But this is the thing. This is the thing. When you take a fight against a grappler, they're going to grapple you. Sometimes they have their way. There's a lot in that round for him to take away from, especially when you see that it was on our Next Gen Constructions replay. It was a lot of the same situations. He got very, very close to Rodger when he was pressuring him up against the cage. He did better when he was on the outside throwing some of those kicks.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a round to wake up the... if you're there to strike, It just takes a round from the grappler to wake you up, and then you come out in the second throwing heat.
All right. Good. Good. To the end.
Patara not looking dissuaded at all. Oh, going to work. Oh, he throws the right hand. It's hard to tell if that hit or if that was just Rodger going for the shot. He finds himself in yet another clinch. Oh, and a big knee from Patara. It's that urgency that you were talking about, mate.
As expected, he does not want to end up on his back again.
Look for that uppercut. Rodger dodged one, literally. Oh, it's such a strong position for Rodger to almost reel himself into as they're right in front of us.
Yeah, great work weathering the storm there.
Patara not giving up at all.
Problem here for Patara is if he gets up to his elbow like that, it gets trapped immediately, as we see there.
I mean, what's the alternate course?
Take your shots out.
It's hard for Patara to get out here, especially up against the fence, because you can't limp your arm backwards, so you literally just get pinned, getting smushed.
I mean, he can't even sort of attempt to play a guard game.
Yeah.
He's literally getting twisted.
Exactly. Exactly. You can put yourself flat on your back, like he attempted, but then it's just picking your poison. You end up getting mounted. Arguably worse position.
Still down. Still down.
He manages to get up again, and it's almost a matter of time before Rodger acclimatizes to the escape attempt, and exactly that. He goes and breaks Patara down yet again. A lot of grappling action from Rodger and not a lot of damage or submission threats, and part of that is the fact that Patara is just doing a good job at not being broken down.
Yeah, absolutely. But Rodger is tricky. He's very sophisticated. Like you can see on that takedown, he immediately changed direction and pulls the legs to the other side. It's just making it impossible for Patara to get back up. And now he's back in that wrist ride, carrying Rodger's body weight again.
And it's difficult to fault either fighter with the lack of perceived excitement, because it's very technical for one, and for two, Patara is going to work and lifting him up, constantly trying to get up. And for Ashley Rodger, you're winning. Keep winning.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I guarantee when Patara gets back up, if he finds his way back up or start around 3, he will be throwing some serious bombs.
It's going to be heat.
That's it. Get under that chin. Get under it.
Finds a
Head
forearm,
position as
almost under the chin of Patara.
Punch and finish. Punch and finish.
Patara is using the screens around the place to get a little bit of third-party representation.
Go the body,
And I don't blame him. Use whatever you can.
Take your shots out.
Rodger just going to work. He doesn't even look like he's breathing heavy.
Still down.
Getting the positions he wants, getting the work in that he wants. Oh, and a huge knee. And in the final 10 seconds of both rounds, making Patara feel it with a little bit of an exclamation mark. Another frustrating round for Patara, another crushing round for Rodger.
This is Angel coming around, counting us down. So how many Angel have you got?
I'll tell you what, if this third round goes the same way as the other two, Rodger might be finding it hard to get any matchups as we head into our next-gen Constructions replay. Very difficult one, that one, wasn't it? Couldn't tell if he really got hit with the shot that dropped him, or he was shooting anyway, or was it a bit of both?
Yeah, Patara was swinging for the fences there. He's in a bit of a dilemma now, because I think he needs a finish in the next round to win this fight. And the harder you come in with the punches and the kicks, the easier it is to get taken down, especially against someone who knows what they're doing in the grapple.
When you've got back control, just watch
If you're
the strikes to the
Patara,
back,
what reads
okay?
are you making?
Couple of them
What are you trying to build on from the other two rounds that have got you in trouble? You've got to think that he wants to cut off the grappling before it even begins.
Yeah, absolutely. He had his moments at the start of round 2, so I'm sure that confidence is still there.
There was that big uppercut. He puts the fear, at least the consideration of those shots into the mind of Rodger. But Rodger's just so good at timing those shots, getting in on the hips of Patara. Comes up the middle. Patara just being patient. He's not overstepping. It almost looks like his steps are even smaller. He's taking incremental ones. so that he can react to any shot. And we talk about shots. He lands one himself. Putting some feints out. But in doing so, he's almost letting Rodger go first. With an up hook, Patara goes, come on, man, I've been waiting for this. Nice cage control from Patara. Still almost a little patient. I wouldn't mind seeing some feints from him. Why feint when he can just throw the real thing?
Absolutely. I think Patara's doing a better job of cutting off the cage in this round, making it a little bit harder for Rodger to shoot.
Oh, and there he goes. He's going to look for that one big shot with these 3-minute rounds. He doesn't have a lot of time to do it, but it's the obvious path to victory for him. I don't see a miraculous submission coming along. He needs to get to work. He needs to make these shots count, and he needs a lot of them.
Yeah, one can get through that open stance, southpaw versus orthodox. You're a little further away. If that power shot does land, it's easy to put someone away.
Oh, and he's all over that. Finds himself close to the cage. You'd think he'd want to take the center, but he allows Rodger a little bit of the initiative. Starts trying to walk him down. It's almost like he wants the shot. Oh! Big right hand, Rodger's all over it. Went underneath the strikes, got onto the legs. Patara again finds himself butt to the mat, going to work, but nevertheless he is down.
Yeah, great work by Rodger. Once again, pulls him off the square position. Patara can't get up, gets mounted, and then just starts raining down punches.
Almost a desperation attempt to get to his knees. He does that, and Rodger just goes to work. Patara's up. A brilliant show of heart. It's almost a moral victory at this point. And Rodger finds himself in a head and arm choke. Very difficult to see from here. It looks like Patara's doing just enough to fight the choke off.
There's no time, you're right.
But it seems to be the nail in the coffin for a fantastic showing for Ashley Rodger. He got a lot done in the fight, effective almost every step of the way. A frustrating fight for Patara, but never stopped. Never stopped. He had no quit in him.
Yeah, Patara, yeah, he did not give up that whole time. It's impressive. It's hard, especially getting grappled like that. But it looked like he still believed that knockout was there on the feet, and he was looking for it every second they were standing up. So props to Rodger for weathering the storm, staying calm, just implementing the game plan.
As we head to our next-gen construction replay, and there he is. He's weathering the storm of Patara there. And what a storm it is. He has thunder and lightning in those hands. As we can see, he had to let it all out in that round. He did his best, but again, it's so difficult when you've got to go under the grappling acumen of Ashley Rodger. As we take it into the cage for our decision. The judges just making last-minute adjustments to the cards. It's a frustrating one. It's a frustrating one for both boys. You can imagine that Ashley Rodger would have wanted the finish. You can imagine that Patara would have wanted to put on more of a show. He wanted to hit some more of those strikes, but it's part of what this makes this sport so special, so fun to watch, is that you get these eclectic styles as we head into the cage with James O'Shea for the decision.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to make this one official. But put your hands together for both fighters. They put on a fantastic show for you here. And a big thank you to CTBS, our sponsor of this bout. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the scores read 29-28, 30-27, and 29-28, all to your winner by unanimous decision. And it goes to the blue corner, Ashley Rodger.
Ashley Rodger as